Okay. So I'm going to go through the uncollectible for accounts receivable in group 10. They are wanting us to find the book value, and we're using the percent of accounts receivable for this. So, first question, what is the book value of the accounts receivable on the following table? Starts through here. It's the aging of accounts receivable. And so basically, this is January 2017, and this would have been after our adjusting entries, and we had a allowance for uncollectibles. So basically, we're just subtracting the $12,000 minus the $180, because the book value is the accounts receivable minus the allowance. Okay, so the $12,000 minus the $180 gives us the $11,820. For 2017, we have this information. I think the easiest way, or the best way for me to go about it, was to use T's to do it. And this is kind of when I realized T's down, then I really started to, I realized I was missing what I was missing, I guess I should say. Okay? So for this one, let me see if I can get it over here. So if I have an AR, accounts receivable T, and I'm just going to go ahead and do an uncollectibles T account. Okay? So for the January 1, 2017, we had $12,000 sitting in accounts receivable. Okay, so we're basically since we're looking for January 1, 2018, we're looking for all the things that happened in 2017. So in 2017, we started with the $12,000 here and the $180 over here. Okay, that's a debit, that's a credit, normal balance. All right, and then it goes through and it tells us some things that happen. Additional accounts receivable, 73460. And then we wrote off the uncollectibles of 160. So basically, we're decreasing our accounts receivable by 160 because we wrote them off, and we're also adjusting we're using part of what we had reserved for uncollectibles. So there's our debit, there's our credit. And then we received $68,400 in payments from our customers. So that's decreasing our accounts receivable. So $68,400. And then we know we're going to use 2% to figure out the allowance to become uncollectible, getting it ready for the next year. All right, so just figuring out what my T's look like now. Just 12,000 plus 73460 minus 160 minus 68400. Okay, so the balance here will be 16,900, right? So that's what I'm going to have a balance in my accounts receivable now of that amount. Okay, so now I'm at the end of 2018. I need to figure out what my new allowance is going to be for the next year based off 2%. They told us 2%. 00 is $338. Okay, so my book value is my accounts receivable minus the allowance. Okay, so that is equal to the, let's see, 16,900 minus 388, 16, wait. 900 minus 388. Yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe I do need to do the other part first, 16900. Pushing the wrong numbers all the time. Okay, I was pushing 38 instead of 88. I was like, that is not working out. Okay. 16,562. Just me and my calculator. Okay. So that gives you the answer to what the ending book value is, the 17, the beginning of 2018. Okay. Now it's also going to ask for the bad debt expense for 2017. Okay. So if we look over here, what we had is we had 180 and we used 160 of it. So we have this balance of 20. But what we're saying here is that we want this new balance to be 388. So the actual amount that we're having to expense to get to that is the oh, that's why, because I wrote 330. Oh my goodness. There's my problem. Okay, I was getting myself confused again. Okay, so we want to get it to 338. And so to do that, I only need to add 318 was the amount that I am adding to my uncollectibles, and that's going to be my bad debt expense. Okay, so 318 is my answer to 2019, and then while we're doing that, we're also figuring out the bad debt expense or the uncollectible expense for 2018. Okay, so just same thing with the T's. So we'll just start fresh with an AR and an uncollectible. Okay, so now my AR is, I'm having 16,900, right? That's how I'm starting the next year. Okay, and I'm starting out with a 338 balance in the uncollectibles right here. Okay, so then I just go through that information here again. We're going to sell 98,610. And we're going to write off 50, and we're going to collect 93760 from our customers. Okay, so now we can figure out what the accounts receivable balance is. So minus 450 minus 93760. Okay, so 21300 is my new balance for my accounts receivable. Okay, but now it's telling us that we're going to use 3% on the outstanding. Okay, so we're going to do times 3%, which is $639. Okay, so the book value equals my 21300 minus 639. So 21300 minus 639, and that's equal to 20661. Okay, so there we go, 20661. All right, so now we've got to figure out the bad debt expense. All right, so what we did here, actually I didn't write it when I did this one. So here I had to put a credit here of 450. But what just happened, I estimated that I was going to need 330 for the bad debt, but we ended up writing off more than that, 450. Okay, so so basically this account has kind of gone negative. So we have to consider that as we're getting ready for the next year, right? So we have $639. That's what we want this account to get up to, right? So to get up to $639 on this side, okay, right now I have a balance on this side. Okay, so to get up to $639 on this side, I need to add 639 and the 112 because it's already a negative balance, right? So 639 plus 112 equals 751, right? So we're going to have to create the entry to basically add 751 to this side, and then when you do all the math, it'll end up being 639 because this was a negative balance. Okay, and that gives us the answer to number 61. Right, so that's in your uncollectible packet.